Good morning to everyone. Actually, it's probably not morning now. I'm a lot later this morning than I normally would be because I am taking part in an amazing course myself, just a short course this week. And so I chose to choose the best thing for me, which is to actually delay this live in order for me to receive all that I'm going to receive from this course. And that feels very in line with what I'm going to talk about today. I've had a lot of conversations and sessions with clients recently who have been affected negatively by believing that they were being too picky, too choosy, too fussy, and that they should somehow dumb that down and, settle for whatever, is coming their way. And often that can be linked with old beliefs that may have come from families of origin around, beggars can't be choosers, or, just stop being so picky, stop being so fussy. And I think it's very evident in women, more evident in women than it seems to be in men, which is interesting. But it often comes to the fore at times of personal growth and expansion, of which menopause is one of those key periods in our lives. And it might be that that is when we start to become aware that settling for second best is not serving us well. And those parts of us that have felt pushed down or suppressed or not heard often come up to go, it's my turn now. And so any of you out there who have any part of your life where you feel you may be being a bit too picky, or, there's some voice in your head that says, don't be so choosy, beggars can't be choosers, anything like that, I want to invite you to do a massive reframe on that beautiful part of you that is discerning. So the word discernment, and that's often the invitation when we're in these periods of change, is to actually stop just meekly receiving whatever breadcrumbs come our way, but to actively choose what we know or what we feel is right for us. And that's very unique to each and every one of us. And it can be really liberating to actually embrace the whole concept of, actually, do you know what? I've been gathering things together for most of my life. I've been, sampling things, I've been feeling things, I've been experiencing things, and I'm now able to exercise much more discernment because I know and I feel what is right for me. And you might have that knowledge in some areas and not in all, and there's an unfolding in that. But being comfortable to really step into, of course we want to be discerning. Of course we want to be able to make really good choices that we know will serve us and that will enable us to be fully and beautifully ourselves. And it does sometimes involve things like, I was looking up different words for discernment, and for some dictionaries we're talking about discrimination, and obviously discrimination can be a hugely triggering word, but actually if you look it up in the dictionary, being discriminating is actually making active choices. It's weighing up all the possibilities and going, okay, there's lots of possibilities out there, which one is the right one for me? that is being discriminating, and that can go into having discernment, leading your life with some element of discernment, rather than being passively accepting of what other people think you might need, or you might, you must be grateful for. Stepping into, well, actually, that may well work for you, great, but actually doesn't work for me. And this is what works better for me. That's exercising discrimination and discernment. It's not being too choosy. It's not being too picky. Lord, if we can't actually get to a stage where we can actively choose what is right for us, what makes us feel joyous, healthy, free, all of those things, healthy, then I don't know. Anyway, so it's being perceptive. It's actually welcoming in our ability to really make smart judgments about something and to choose what is right and best for us. And so the word discernment and the whole concept of being discerning is something I want to invite you to really welcome into your life. And it can be exercised in lots of different ways. Obviously we can be very passive in our relationships and just allow ourselves to be dominated, or to be a bit of a doormat, to actually just defer to someone else's choices all the time. Or we can choose to actually be aware of what will work better for us, and to be able to communicate that in a loving and respectful way, so that we actually get what we need. And we can be discerning in what colours we want to wear. We do exercise discernment actually subconsciously all the time, in our choices, when we choose what colours to wear, when we choose what clothing to put on, when we choose how we want to decorate our houses, when we choose even, how to parent or anything like that. Now, obviously, there might be areas where we're just going along with the herd, and we're listening to what other people's experiences are. I'm inviting you to actually be more discerning than that, and to work out what is the best choice for you in any given situation. And that is exercising discernment. So I would love to hear if that resonates with you, if you find that useful. The clients that I spoke to found it very helpful to just shift their perception and let go of any beliefs that may be lingering around, feeling that they can't really, they're being a bit too fussy if they make choices that actually work for them. So that's my invitation today. My message, if you like, is to really perhaps do some journaling on what might come up for you around that, and to really step into how you will feel when you are confident and trusting that when you exercise discernment about your choices and your life and how things affect you, that you are really enhancing your personal vibration, your personal frequency, and that in turn will actually invite transformational changes to everyone around you as well. So yeah, that's it. And do share, even if it's a yes or no, or a thumbs up, or a strong arm, or anything like that, if you find that useful. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much for listening. And I'm sending you lots of love.